All right, so we're here tonight to help you with the best last-minute holiday gifts for your dad.
It's Christmas Eve, Keith. It's a little late for that.
I mean, you can find something. Do you remember when you were kids and you wrote coupons like one free hug? Do you remember that? You ever do that? Like one...
I definitely did, and as a parent, those are more valuable than I realized as a child. I wish my kids gave me that.
Actually, that's all we should ask for now, right?
No, you have to talk to me for 15 minutes.
Totally. Now!
I have the coupon. Here it is.
Two college radio DJs during the 90s, hosts Keith and Steve, helped expose bands like Nirvana, Pavement, and PJ Harvey. They went to shows, interviewed musicians, and reviewed albums for various zines and papers. They worked security at concerts, and once even did load-in for Fish. Now they're dads. Whether you want to explore lesser-known music or take a trip down memory lane, tune into the New Dad Rock. Join hosts Keith and Steve as they navigate the ages together, sharing their love of music across various eras and genres. Always well-intentioned, often well-informed, seldom boring.
The New Dad
Rock will expand your mind.
The New Dad Rock. The New Dad Rock.
Welcome to our holiday
Ho-ho-ho.
melody show, or do I mean holiday medley show. Reminds me of some of my favorite Christmas songs.
Little Jack Frost, get lost, get lost. Little Jack Frost, get lost.
I now realize you sing every song like it's an indie rock song. You just have a lilt to it or a decay that, sounds like the best singers you listened to in your heyday.
Like Tom Waits and
Malcolmus.
All my favorite singers couldn't sing.
Is that in a song somewhere?
I think it's a Berman lyric.
Nice.
Dave Berman.
R.I.P.
I wish there were some chestnuts or an open fire where I was.
All right, I have a question for you. How many holiday episodes do you think the New Dad Rock has done? And this would be our 5th year, right? Because 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, yeah.
You're saying a holiday is in Christmas or a holiday including Halloween?
Oh.
We've done a Halloween episode, I think 4 of the 5 years we did.
Yeah, no. I mean Christmas or the New Year.
Christmas, I think this is only the second one.
It is only the second one. Oh, wow. I only learned that today, by the way.
I have not listened to that episode in, 3 or 4 years since it's happened. So I have no idea what we spoke about. But it must have been enlightening and amazing and very insightful.
Well,
because that's all our episodes.
It said, join our intrepid hosts as they discuss some of their favorite and least favorite holiday classics from Bing Crosby to William Burroughs on a very special The New Dad Rock. You'll love it. That's so good, dude. Nice work. You'll get it?
AI doesn't come up with that.
No. Yule log, like a Yule log.
I know. Yule.
Okay. Maybe I guessed. I didn't get it.
Well, it's a homonym, so it's a little bit hard to get it on air, as it were.
Totally. All right. Oh my.
But I mean, the holidays, they're a stressful time. They have all the shopping, the parties, the presents, all the bad weather. It's getting dark early. I mean, a lot of the sunsets are really cool though, but it's early, like 4 something. And then there's all the noise.
You sound like the Grinch. What's up?
I think I am the Grinch a little bit. But I do like to spread holiday cheer. And in fact, there's a catchphrase I have in my house where I'll do something Christmassy and I'll say right on the spot,
heart grew to...
You can't accuse me of... No, you can't accuse me of bah humbuggery.
Dude.
But one of those things, like, to go with all those stressors, like, on top of, like, the cold and the nastiness and the crowds and the noise and it's too cold outside, it's too warm inside, you're not dressed right for either. Like, between all that, there's the Christmas music, the holiday music, the winter time, the Yule spirit, if you will.
Totally.
You know what I'm talking about,
and it sounds like you'll hate it.
No, there are some great songs. And as anyone who has heard an episode of the New Dad Rock knows, we are always looking for something that's a little bit off the beaten path. We do keep a nod to the classics, as always, and we appreciate the pillars of our times. But at the same time, you don't want to hear the same Mariah Carey song over and over and over again. Last Christmas, that's the last time I want to hear that song. The same songs are on a loop, it seems.
Yeah, and that's why we will be doing our second Choose Jesus fantasy draft. Today, we will pick...
What?
Dude, totally. You didn't know? You should have read the notes. Yep. So it seems that this holiday season, we're going to quintessential modern versus classic. Let it snow, people. And we're going to pick...
Wait.
What? We're doing a fantasy draft of...
So what's going on here? So this is not only our second holiday song episode, it's our second draft episode.
Yeah, it's two twos.
And,
two twos.
And it's... and I see how it's a Jesus draft because of Jesus' birthday being Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, totally. All right. So I mean, when you think of like holiday, I mean, see, we say Christmas, but let's holiday. We mean them all. New Year's, maybe even go a little wintertime, like you said. But like, so in a fantasy draft, there's positions. So like,
yeah.
5 or 6 of these positions. Like quarterback's position. What could be a quarterback in a song?
Dude, Santa's the quarterback.
Totally.
I know it's Jesus' birthday, but Santa is definitely the quarterback.
All right. And maybe later I'll tell you the crazy Instagram story I heard about Coca-Cola, Kris Kringle, and Santa Claus. St. Nick all come together. It was amazing. All right. Okay. So there's in football, there's a quarterback. There's a running back. Who's the running back?
Yeah. Those are, I feel like those are like the reindeer.
Oh, yeah. Donner and Blitzen. Dancer.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, so running backs are like the helpers. Maybe elves. Dude, I don't even know a single elf.
I feel like the elves, though, are wide. I feel like the elves are the wide receivers.
Totally, but...
And do they... But do they even really have... I mean, they have a couple songs about elves, but I feel like that's not a whole genre of Christmas.
No, and if elves is a genre, it's like the Lord of the Rings genre. Yeah, okay.
Right, so maybe wide receiver is anything that's like holiday.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Like you have like that really tall, fast receiver. You have that short, zippy guy.
You do.
You have
the rookie,
have the big guy that.
Yeah. You have the old timer, the veteran.
So just like you have different receivers, you have different Christmas songs. So it could be anything like the holidays, winter,
New Year. All right. Oh
no, not New Year. I feel like that's
okay.
That's like the kicker. New Year's is like
okay, totally,
right?
dude, and that's awesome. The field goal could be the modern one, and the punter can be the classic one.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a tight end in the offense. You get points for in fantasy football.
All right. Tight end is like, let's be honest. Tight end is like a novelty, right? Because you have all the freaks of you have like 3 or 4 amazing tight ends that do all these. Catching, and they're flamboyant, and
they Taylor Swift,
date famous pop stars. Yeah, but most of them are just these big dudes that block, and 3 times a game will catch a 4-yard pass. That's most.
I don't know. Have you been watching lately? I mean, tight ends. I agree with you on that. They're super tight ends, but I just think that it depends what system you're running. But your running system blocker. If you got a weak offensive line blocker, so.
Okay,
yeah.
so tight end is a wild card.
Totally, that's nice.
Hence, it's a novelty song. That's my story, and I'm sticking.
Yeah, totally. And there's one other thing in fantasy football. This is the position that took me the longest to understand. Like, how do you get points for this? But you do. Actually, you get a lot of points sometimes. But the defense.
The defense.
So if that was a holiday song, what kind of holiday song?
This is like defense is anti-holiday songs, right?
Ooh. Yeah.
Would it
or just not holiday songs? Like just not a holiday song? Or not a Christmas song?
Maybe they're not Christmas songs, but they could.
Oh, no, I like this. No, right? Yeah, okay, I kind of get this. I feel the tight end's closer to like a novelty song, and the defense is a wild card.
Yeah. No, I feel like, no, do you see what I mean? It's like a song that you listen to, but it's
not a Christmas song. Okay, yeah, totally. I'll know it when I hear it. All right, so let's go quarterback.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know. There's so many songs though. That's the hard part about listening to Christmas songs is, and I hope this comes out as we're drafting and come out with some left field selections. There's a lot more than just those, that same.
All right, cool. So So do we draft in order? Do we go like quarterback this, quarterback that, which might be easier for the listener? Or do we go best? Actually, let's just go in order and think of things. Like the quarterback was Santa. What is your ultimate Santa song?
I like the combination of the classics. So like a Louis Armstrong, "Zat You Santa Claus," or you can have a little bit more of a modern take as "Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Projects" by James Brown, or the Kinks' "Father Christmas," which is, he's not the same guy as Santa, but that's who he is over in England.
I mean, so if you had to pick one, what Santa Claus song would you pick?
I mean, I think it's got to be "Must Be Santa" by Bob Dylan, because first of all, Bob Dylan has a Christmas album. And I remember when this came out, and I don't remember the exact year, the early 2000s, call it 2008 to pick a year. And Bob Dylan, you know his voice, you know his attitude, you know his whole persona. He puts out a Christmas album. "Who very soon will come our way, Santa very soon will come." He does the whole thing. And the best thing about that song is it defines Santa's characteristics. And so that's what I want, a fundamentally strong quarterback. This song gives you the fundamentals on the position and just the sheer lunacy of it being done by Bob Dylan. And it's got a pretty good kick to it. There's a good beat. It's pretty fast. So it's a good party song. My pick for quarterback, "Must Be Santa," Bob Dylan.
That's amazing. All right, well, with time on the clock, I love the classic. I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Jackson 5. I think it'd be a good quarterback. But I'm going with the boss, Bruce Springsteen, "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." I mean, I just love "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." Like, I would have picked the Chipmunks version. Like, that's my backup version for all these. But I love "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." And Bruce Springsteen both has, like, the live version is my favorite.
Good fantasy teams, they always have a backup at a position. Do you want to stay with the position and pick a backup now?
Yeah.
Do we want to move on to the next position?
Let's pick positions. Actually, what I liked was your expose on the background of the songs, and then you pick, and then I pick a song. That way we don't actually have to pick two. You can talk about a bunch, and then you pick one, and I'll pick one.
So we're done with the Santa section?
For now. I mean, we can come back and be like, we missed this.
Yeah, I mean, the only other song that I really wanted to mention was "Santa Claus" by the Sonics.
Okay, I don't think I've heard it. I mean, I'm sure I haven't.
So the Sonics are a 60s garage rock band, and they put out a Christmas record. It was like 8 or 9 songs, and it was the Sonics and the Wailers. Do you know who the Wailers are?
Yeah, Bob's band, Bob Marley's band.
No, these are the Wailers, another garage rock band, the early 60s out of the Northwest, and they were the ones that really made Louie popular. They were like the first to get it down on record.
Possibly one of the first rock songs.
Them and this other band called the Galaxies that I don't really have a lot of background on. This is like 1964, 1965. They put out this like total crazy garage rock album. And it's all Christmas, and a lot of them are either songs I hadn't heard before or are originals. And one of them is, just a song called "Santa Claus" by the Sonics, and fantastic choice. Very, very, very deep cut. Probably wouldn't be drafted.
That's amazing.
Even if there were 8 or 12 teams in our league. All right, what do we got next?
I mean, running back, but I feel this is like the weakest position, which is also the modern NFL is lately, undervalued quarterbacks, but Saquon's awesome. All right, so running back, I mean, Rudolph, the Reindeers, some others, big hitters. Frosty could possibly be here. I don't know if he's a fullback, though, because he melts when he hits the line sometimes.
Oh, Frosty, yeah. Is Frosty a running back or is he a tight end? I feel like maybe Frosty's a tight end.
Yeah, that's why I said fullback. I get it. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, there's not many Frosty songs I like anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and pick The Little Drummer Boy. I mean, if we're talking about key players, I love that song so much.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you could do that in a lot of different ways. And it's been done in a lot of different ways.
But is it the Harry Simeone choir? Is that the one I like? It has to be, dude. Anyway, it's on my playlist on Tidal, so that's the one I've selected, and I know it's a song I like, but it's called the Harry Simonier Correale. So
okay.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah, I mean, you can have like you could have a lounge version of this song.
Totally.
You could have like a country version of this song. You could have an electronic version of this song. You could have, almost techno beats, some house. You could do a doom metal version of this. Could you imagine the band Sleep playing The Little Drummer Boy? That would be fantastic.
Dude, I actually like this idea. I think there was a Metallica cover album, but they'd have like 2 to 6 bands do the same song, which is awesome though, because there's like David Gahan from Depeche Mode does one of them. It was phenomenal. So yeah, a whole Little Drummer Boy CD, all these different cover bands would be amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of Metallica, you know the song "Dashing Through the Snow in a One-Horse Open Sleigh"?
Yeah, I know that one. Who does it?
So, the song "Fight Fire by Fire." Or Fight Fire with Fire by Metallica, the opening song in Ride the Lightning. It fits exactly with that song. It's like, dashing through the snow. Open sleigh. O'er the fields we go. Laughing all the way.
That's terrific.
And it's like jingling with jingle bells.
It's like that Batman song. Yeah, I mean, you can pick that. That sounds amazing. I'm not sure if that's a strong running back or a good
I don't know what that is, but there's actually
it's a defense.
This is a strong running back that I would like to insert into my lineup is the song Donner and Blitzen by Rob Halford on his Celestial album, which is not his first but his second full album of Christmas songs or holiday songs or winter classics, if you will. But this song, Donner and Blitzen, it sounds like any Judas Priest song you would hear. And it's pretty metal, dude. It's pretty metal.
Totally. Oh, man. Do I have to pick another running back? Maybe I'd go more modern. Oh, this is a tough one. I thought running back is the hardest position to really understand because it has to be something that's terrific. Yeah.
Or maybe one that catches a lot of passes out of the backfield,
It's funny because I had grandma got run over by a reindeer here. I mean, I feel lazy. Like, everyone was going to pick that. It's like saying the Chiefs are going to win. It's like, okay, whatever. You're not thinking. But so by Elmo and Patsy. Classic, though. But, more importantly for me, I actually heard it in real time, I think, when it came out. Like, whatever year. I mean,
we were the target age when that came out.
We were.
And I had a grandmother, and my grandmother, well, I had 2 grandmothers at the time. But my one grandmother heard the song, and she thought it was hilarious. So I liked it because of that. And then as I got a little bit older, I'm like, this song is atrocious, man. So I'm gonna complete my running back lineup. I have Donner and Blitzen. I'm gonna go for Rudolph. I'm gonna get Rudy, the red-beaked reindeer, right down in there, and I'm going to take the Dean Martin version when he's clearly drunk.
I'm sorry,
singing the song.
Dude, all the better podcasts also are. All right, we got to move on to wide receiver, which I think we're saying is anything happy holidays, winter timey.
Yeah, it's not Santa, and it's not one of the characters. The running backs, I guess, were the...
It's not a character. Actually, that's probably what it is. It goes Santa, character, not a character. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Dude. So I have a song I want to pick. Can I pick a song?
Do it.
This is possibly Paul McCartney's best song. It's Wonderful Christmas Time.
Dude,
I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Dude, after Grandma got run over by the reindeer and now Paul McCartney, your Christmas holiday classic fantasy team is going to come in last place in the league.
Really? That's the best song. I thought I stole your pieces. I was like, I got him. Oh, that's so weird.
No, man, I'm doing 2 things, and these are the 2 sides
you got the
of
next
Christmas songs that I really like. So my 2 receivers, and you have to have at least 2 receivers on your team. You should probably pick 3, to be honest. This is a pretty broad category.
It is.
Mele Kalikimaka by Bing Crosby, which was made famous in Christmas Vacation, which I believe you watched recently with your boys. That is just, it's got that laid-back, classic, exotic, cool cocktail sound. It's chill in the background, and it's not noisy.
Yeah, it's chill in the background. I like that.
Yeah, so I love that. And Then something that's not chill in the background. This is going to be Big Bulbs by Sharon Jones, which is full. It's a little bit of a double entendre. And it's fun. It's jaunty. It's very upbeat. It's snapping your fingers along. And, you know, for those who pay attention to the lyrics, it's a funny little song. So Big Bulbs, Sharon Jones, Maliki Maka by Bing Crosby.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, that's tough.
All right. So you have Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I know.
Dropping passes everywhere. I can already see.
Dude, okay, I'm going. It's the most wonderful time of the year, Andy Williams. Then I love that song.
Oh my God, dude, these are all the songs that I tried to get away from.
No, okay, well, okay. Hold on. The only 30s, 40s, and 50s music I like is holiday music. Like the whole genre is holiday music to me, and then rock and roll. So I think they had Christmas 12 months a year back in the 20s and 30s and 40s. But history books say different.
I think they do.
I think what you said is we have to pick a third wide receiver each. And and I'm struggling. I don't know if I go classic with the Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Holmes, which is where I'm currently leaning. A Bing Crosby White Christmas. You know, I know a Run DMC Christmas in Hollis was amazing, but I have a soft spot for Wham! Last Christmas, but I think it plays too much like Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time. So I'm going
you guys
Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock. I'm going Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock.
It's just
most
dumb
wonderful time of year. Wonderful Christmas time. So 2 wonderful songs. That's pretty wonderful.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I love life.
So I got Bing Crosby. I got Sharon Jones. I gotta bring something into the new era, and it's I Wish It Was Christmas Today, originally done on Saturday Night Live with, do you remember the
amazing.
quartet? It was Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sands, Tracy Morgan, Chris Kattan.
Oh my God.
Was that it? Was it just the 4 of them? Anyway,
it's a quartet.
Yeah, so then that's who it is. Cheap Trick also has a cover of it, so it's kind of cool. So that's going to be, I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a hit or miss player. They
I mean,
go
third
off for
receiver.
2 touchdowns once or twice a year.
Totally.
But, you know, they
important
can have,
games. Important
no
games.
catch days. I could see.
All right, so moving to the tight end for the holiday draft.
These are the novelty songs?
Yeah, the cool, weird, a little off songs. Yeah.
All right, so maybe I'll do one of each. The novelty song that I think of, there's actually 2, and they were popular, again, in my youth, around that grandma got run over by a reindeer
I'm
era.
sure, right? Inspiring. It was an
So it's
era.
Cheech and Chong, Santa Claus, and his old lady, which, I don't know about you, but when you're 13 years old and you hear Cheech and Chong, like,
funny.
It's hysterical.
Yeah,
it's so funny. So it's a great story about Santa and his old lady. They got kicked out of the projects because they lived with all these little guys and they're making all these toys and too much noise. So they had to go up and, you know, get their head together at the North Pole. And, you know, it's loosely based on the story, you know, of Santa Claus, you know, the starting quarterback. And then, you know, the other one that I think of around that time is the 12 Days of Christmas by Bob and Doug McKenzie. So, novelty song, Cheech and Chong, Santa Claus's old lady. And then the novelty backup song, I'm trying to decide between 3 of them. And they all have an interesting story behind them. The first one is Kagatio. In Catalan society, around Christmas time, they have the Christmas crapper. So when we were in Barcelona a few years ago, we were there around Christmas time, and we noticed all these like little guys squatting around, little elf-like guys, or random politicians squatting behind trees, like taking a dump. And on Christmas Day, they get something that looks like a log. You know, it sounds like a South Park episode, but it's not. And it's kagatio, and I think kaga means like crap.
Yeah, cocky.
So it's
totally.
Yeah, it's the Christmas crap. So that's a contender right there. Then there's the ever famous Augie Rio singing "Donde Estoy Santa Claus," which is, you know, just real like a little kid being cute, you know, That's a consideration. But I got to go with this one. It's a song called Good Friday by Coco Rosie, who we profiled way back in the early days. Coco Rosie, two women that sing in cursive, is how one of my friend's daughters described it.
Well, that's nice.
And their song is called Good Friday. And the main lyrics of the song that they repeat many times are, I believe in St. Nicholas, a different type of Santa Claus. So yeah. I have no idea. So it's the WTF level is maxed out on Coco Rosie Good Friday, but got to be on the team. Got to make the squad.
I love it. I mean, there's a lot of different stories. Like I was telling you earlier, I just saw something where it was like Coca-Cola invented Santa Claus by combining like Kringle and Saint Nick, who's not going to be a saint anymore because he hadn't done anything lately apparently, but they were young characters, and it was a Christmas a chimney sweep thief. But then they put them together and they made it in a red suit, the colors of a Coke bottle. That's why you see Santa Claus on Coke bottles all the time. But that seems ridiculous. But the reason I believe the whole thing is it was like 4 minutes long, and it looked like it was like an 80s professor talking about it. I don't know how they have that film. There's no cell phones, time travelers. But, so, all right. So for me, the novelty song, I mean, 12 Days of Christmas in and of itself is not a novelty song. But a bunch of Muppets doing it is weird, especially with John Denver. I remember putting that record on. It was a double record, the John Denver and the Muppets Christmas together. And when I played my parents' stereo, which was near the kitchen, I'd spin around to that song. Oh my God. I love counting down from 12 to 11 to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's why you listen to crappy country music now, huh?
Dude, I don't listen to Denver yet, though. I figure that's something that when I get hit like 55, 60, I'll start listening to John Denver. All right. And then I my backup, which totally different type of player. I'd go Ramones, Merry Christmas. I don't want to fight tonight.
So John Denver and the Ramones. Were the Ramones ever on the Muppets?
You know what? Were they Muppets, but live? Like they were the AI of Muppets. Totally, dude. Totally. The fact they were so consistent. Hey, by the way, just remind me, because I brought this up the other day and I forgot. Just tell me. It is the Ramones show where people say like 40 people showed up to a Ramones show in England in like the mid 70s, and everyone in the audience became a band.
Yeah.
It was the Ramones?
Well, I think there's a Velvet Underground saying that is famous for that too. I think Velvet Underground was 1,000 people bought their first album and
they all formed bands.
They all formed bands.
I see. It's a saying. No, but I think they pinpoint 3 or 4 bands like the Sex Pistols or members of the Sex Pistols, New Order. They do a pretty good job. It's interesting. All right. So I think we're done with the tight end. So we got some now. So we're going kicker, which is...
What did we say the kicker was?
Kicker
was New Year's.
New Year's related.
Yeah. Is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, are those one of the 12 days of Christmas?
This year, Christmas ends on January 6th for some reason.
Well, that's
12 days.
That's Three Kings Day. It's Christmas Eve to January 6th, right?
It took them 12 days to get there. Is that what people are saying?
I think that's what it is. In Puerto Rico, for example, Three Kings Day is bigger than Christmas.
The 6th of January?
Yes.
Yeah, I just figure that's just weaker astronomy. Right? Like if the shortest day of the year is the 22nd, all these holidays are celebrating, holy shit, it might get warm again. We might have more light, or the light's not going out. So,
or maybe because they start on the 24th. The 21st is the lowest, and then it's like, oh my God, it got slightly longer.
Totally, thank God.
Slightly longer. All right, 3 days now, it's been slightly longer.
Totally.
Let's
So
party.
it's more about like how your interval of confidence.
or it's really end of the year. Businesses wanted to clear out their books and make some final sales, and so they
totally
said, hey, everybody should buy stuff for each other. And
that's
the
good.
Bottom line.
That's
and it's
good.
Just coincidentally around the solstice.
All right, so we said kicker. Got any kicker songs?
Kicker, straight no chaser. Like I feel like swing music is popular here. All right, so New Year's Eve. Well, so this is the New Year by New Year by Death Cab for Cutie.
Dude, okay, you win. Actually, sorry.
that one's the obvious.
Yeah, oh my God, it's
I'll let you have the next pick because I know there's another. I feel like there's one other good song.
Are you taking it if I don't pick the other one? Okay, I have to.
You can have two picks. You can have. It's a snake draft. You have two picks now.
Oh, sweet. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go. Man, 1999 by Prince. Right, like that was the new year. Like everything was supposed to end in 2000. Like no one remembers that. And then I know I have my smart intellectual. I'm on a music podcast choice of like New Year's Day by U2. But I just have to say, Celebration by Kool and the Gang seems like a kicker to me. Celebrate good times, come on. Like, always, dude. Always.
Yeah, so I feel like New Year's Day is the dad rock choice.
Yeah.
The new dad rock choice, and this will be my second backup kicker, is What Are You Doing New Year's Eve? And a number of singers have done this. Nancy Wilson, Ella Fitzgerald, Norah Jones, Casey Musgraves. At this point, you're tired of listening to Christmas music, and it kind of takes the next step beyond. So,
totally. Speaking of
if my starting kicker goes down, this is who I'm playing.
Yeah, you were talking about like Christmas getting tired, and like this is the first year that I love Christmas music because I started early preparing for this episode. So that's why I was seeking out my like favorite songs, and a lot of them are sentimental. So for Defense, which is not a Christmas song, strangely enough, I'm going to go with John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Happy Xmas, War is Over, because it is not a Christmas song. It is a song about peace, and I think it was the first SoundCloud song ever, one way or the other.
What do you mean SoundCloud song?
Like, they put it out themselves. Like, I'm sure they just sort of recorded it, and they put it out like...
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Or John Lennon might be the first SoundCloud artist because like half of his content is there's so much stuff of home recordings that they've put out since. So that's what I mean by SoundCloud. Like I feel SoundCloud at its best is home recording. Sure, great stars can use it as a distribution network, but anyone could put their music up there and anyone can listen to it, and that's really beautiful. All right, so what are you picking for Defense? It's a snake. Yeah. You get two.
So I was looking at this category of songs that are just not Christmas songs at all.
Yeah, agreed.
But they could be. So I have two in mind. Okay. And since I guess you picked one, so I'm gonna snake draft two on mine.
Right.
I had a lot to think about. And so this one I'm not picking, but I want to get it out there because we always have to talk about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. But they have a song called "See Me," okay, and I think of it as like Santa Claus singing it because like you can't see me because I am invisible.
Oh, it's amazing! That's so good.
So that's my way of getting King Gizzard into our episode.
Wow! Bravo! Wow! Bravo.
But the other song, "Holiday" by Madonna. She doesn't specify what holiday, but we're having a good time.
Yeah, no, so
that could have worked for New Year's too, maybe.
Dude, yeah, it's definitely in the Caribbean though, right? Like it's definitely somewhere warm. So it could be Christmas, but you're in Hawaii. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
And then the other one. This is new to the repertoire this year as a Christmas song in my mind. "Hazy Shade of Winter," and I'm thinking of the Bangles version.
Yeah, of course,
not the Simon and Garfunkel version.
Oh, wait. That's a cover?
Yeah.
No. I might have known that once, but I don't know. That's crazy, dude.
So "Hazy Shade of Winter" is...
That's why the song's so good, though. I mean, it makes sense.
And it's from that classic Christmas movie, Less Than Zero.
Yeah, I knew that. Woo! Okay, well...
But you think Less Than Zero is a Christmas movie, right?
I mean, I know that Die Hard is, but I mean, by the same token... Do they have any Christmas in it?
Yeah, I mean, he's home for Christmas break.
Well, okay, no, but do you see any Christmas?
Yeah, there's like Christmas trees in the background.
It's LA though,
so but if you look around, there's Christmas lighting in the background.
All right, fine. Just like this. All right, so I picked John Lennon and Yoko Ono, "War Is Over" song. My first was "Skating" by Vince Guaraldi, which is I think from Peanuts, right? It's just like a piano keyboard. Like it was just something else. It was just something different that I like. That brings happiness to me. And then
played out though, man.
Totally. And the Pogues' "Fairy Tale of New York's" played out, and Bing Crosby, Dave Bowie, "Peace on Earth," Little Drum Boys played out. And
but the thing is, those last two, while cool songs, they're not crowd pleasers.
They're not.
You don't want to hear them a ton of times.
Exactly. You don't want to hear them a second time. Oh my God. Okay, so it's between. Man, I'm going. Julie Andrews. My favorite things. It's just not a Christmas song, but I love that song so much.
I love the John Coltrane version of it. That one I have. I think it's like 13 minutes. It takes up so much time in the playlist.
So did we make it through? I think we covered it all.
I mean, we didn't talk about other things like any of the Hanukkah songs. Like, I guess it's not necessarily Hanukkah, but Christmas Time for the Jews from Saturday Night Live.
I mean, yeah.
I love that song.
Is it all going to be like comedy? If you've ever heard a Hanukkah song, it's probably funny.
Yeah. Even the dreidel song is funny.
Totally. Okay. Yeah, dude. I'd like to hear that one in Hebrew.
Yeah. I don't know. And then I guess there's one area that we didn't really bring up because it's, you don't like to talk about it, but it's the sad side of the holidays. For a lot of people, Christmas is a difficult and trying and lonely time. So as a result, there are also a lot of really sad songs around the holidays. So like, Blue Christmas would be the obvious to go to, or Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is can really be devastating. You have like the story, like the Little Match Girl, which has a very sad ending, but a story in a similar vein that has a happy ending is The Junkie's Christmas by William S. Burroughs, which I think you remember. We listened to that CD all the time in college, right?
Totally. I mean, it was a really long thing, so it was more of a background thing. I remember the cover being like gray, kind of like smeared clouds with an orange Burroughs-ish character. That's how I kind of remember.
But the story's about Danny the car wiper who, hits the street drunk sick from being in the county jail for 3 days. And it's Christmas morning. And he's having a hard time scoring.
I bet he is, man.
So his trials and tribulations ensue, but I don't want to spoil it, but there is a happy ending.
Yeah. My sad Christmas song is by Erasure. It's She Won't Be Home. She looks around. There are snowflakes on the ground. Here comes another lonely Christmas. Stars in the night. There's one. They're shining bright. Shine bright. Shine bright for me this lonely Christmas. Yeah. I love that song so much. It's off Cracker International, which is a 4-song EP.
Then there's the communists, the punk rockers looking through it, like Christmas Spirit. So I talked about that Christmas album from the 60s with the Sonics and the Wailers. The Wailers have this song. It's called Christmas Spirit. And it sounds exactly like a Bob Dylan song. Like it sounds like, look, Ma, I'm only bleeding.
Sure. It's possible
but but the lyrics are very like anti-consumer, like think about, you don't know why you're even buying this, think about other people who don't have things, it's a very anti-Christmas spirit. So there is some blowback.
So if you're going anti-Christmas, right, you gotta go Christmas at Ground Zero by Weird Al Yankovic. It's Christmas at Ground Zero. There's music in the air. The sleigh bells are ringing and the cows are singing while the air raid sirens blare. Yeah, it's a great song, dude.
After Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you start to put the presents away. You're figuring out where the new pairs of socks go. You're going to drift into those songs. It's going to be those anti-Christmas songs. The ones about New Year's. The ones about looking ahead. But I love the sappiness, man. I love the saccharine. I love the warmth of family together. Just not the same songs over and over and over and over again.
And with that, we bid you a fond adieu to the year 2024.
Looking ahead to the new year of the New Dad Rock 2025.
Yeah, I
we'll be back.
Yeah, before we go, Steve, I have one last serious question. You had to pick an album for Christmas tune. Would you go with the Chipmunks or the Muppets?
Definitely the Muppets.
Yeah, I'm a Chipmunks guy, but that's just my history. But yeah, I can see the Muppets. The Muppets have a shot.